The women's 200-meter semifinals at the World Championships are over, and depending on who you ask, this event has not really gone according to plan. I'm not saying that the women who are out there aren't running fast, but you do have to keep in mind that Olympic gold and silver medalists, Gabby Thomas and Julian Alfred, are both out due to injury. So, somebody's going to have to win the gold, and the silver for that matter, who isn't them. Normally, I would walk you through the 3 semifinals and break down, who won this one, who won that one, the time qualifiers, the outlook for the race in the final. And you know what? I'm not going to do this video that way. Because, to be real with you, this is a 2-horse race. Shericka Jackson and Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. I'm not saying that other women won't go out there and compete. And somebody's going to have to win a bronze medal. And yes, in theory, they could be upset and one of them could end up not getting the gold medal spot. But if we're just going on talent and being 100% honest, the women's 200 is about those 2 women right now. I'm going to focus my energy on them, not just what they did in the semifinals in relationship to everybody else, but why it is a big deal, that it is a conversation between those 2 women specifically. Now, there are 3 semifinals. The winners were Shericka Jackson, you guessed it, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden of America, you guessed it, and the third was actually a Navia Battle of America, which is interesting. When it comes to time qualification, Navia Battle ran 22:09, I'm going off head here. Shericka Jackson ran about 22 flat, 21:99, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden ran about 22 flat, so clearly everybody's in a similar window, but the 2 women who I'm going to spend most of my time on were roughly around the same time on the clock. Other people made the finals. Again, just going entirely off head. I apologize, very little editing. I'm just going to let you know what happened. Amy Hunt ran pretty well, got into the final. Olympic bronze medalist Brittany Brown survived in advance. She was a time qualifier. I believe Mackenzie Long will not be in the final. She was right on the fault line as time qualification. Mackenzie Long of America, who made the Olympic final last year. Anthony Strawn, technically beat her out on the thousands, but she's dealing with an injury now that she sustained in the semifinal, so she may or may not run. There's a whole bunch of details. Dina Asher-Smith is going to be there in the 200. Marie-Josée Ta-Lou-Smith is going to be there in the final. Hey, there's a lot that I remember. But it's going to come down to 2 women, and here's why. Shericka Jackson is, or at least was, the best 200-meter runner in the world. Hands down. She was this generation's Michael Jordan of that event. I'll just say this generation since she doesn't have the world record. 2022, 2023, she was way better than everybody else. And then in 2024, she got hurt, so we didn't get to watch her at the games. This year, 2025, is the comeback. And I'm going to compare this to Michael Jordan after he came back in the NBA, because he played all the way through to 1992-93, then left the league, retired, and then came back. Now, it's a little bit different, but when he came back in 96, even though he was still Jordan, he wasn't quite as good as he was in 93. That's just the facts about it. The thing is, he was so much better than everybody else. Michael Jordan, come fly with me, where it really didn't matter that he could fall off and still be better than the rest of y'all. That's what it was. There was a new generation of people trying to come up, new generation of athletes, but he was still the guy and you had to go through him and nobody could figure it out. Shericka Jackson is back. And Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is the new generation that is stepping up. You see where I'm going with this? And she's not the old Shericka Jackson. I think that's safe to say. If she was, I feel like I would have seen it by now. So I'm going to let go of 21-4, 21-5. That's not what I'm dreaming about. But if you're new here, I want to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, and if you really want to know what's going on with the fastest athletes in the world, then you are in the right place. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section, because I try to read them all. But Shericka Jackson can still win this gold medal. If she does, she's not going to win it the way she won the last 2. It's just not going to happen that way. She's going to have to go fight, probably to the line to get it. That's what the semifinal taught me. But she could do it and bring another gold home to Jamaica. For Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, who already has the gold in the 100, I won't call this icing on the cake. What I'll say is she knows that she's supposed to win this one now, considering that the field is a lot more open. It took Gabby Thomas and Julian Alfred out of the field. Those were the most competitive, recent competition she would have had if they're healthy and able to run. Shericka Jackson is on the back part of her career. So when it comes to a passing of the torch, because that's kind of what's at stake in this gold medal final, Like, the passing of the torch. Is Shericka Jackson still gonna hold on to the crown just a little bit longer? Or is Melissa Jefferson-Wooden gonna snatch it? Because if Shericka Jackson had lost to Gabby Thomas or Julian Alfred in top form, I don't think it would have the same impact as losing to Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, who, again, put the 100 to the side for the moment. In the 200, her PR is 21.84. Just being real, that's her PR. Gabby Thomas ran 21.9 earlier this year when she wasn't even in top form. And Julian Alfred ran 21.71 this year. If we're just going off of clocks, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is not technically the best 200-meter runner in the world. She's one of, like, clearly we're seeing that, but not the best. So the idea that she is supposed to win gold, I mean, given the circumstances, somebody got to win over in Tokyo. Somebody's going to have to win tomorrow in that final. Like, yes, given the circumstances, it could be her. But is it supposed to be her? That's a different discussion. Everybody else who's running for the other podium spot, like I said, things could mash up, things could mix up, but to me, it seems pretty clear. This is what we're watching. And the semifinal proved it. Again, Shericka going out, taking her semifinal to the front, winning it, the time that she gets, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden doing it. You could talk about who looked like they had an easier time and so on and so forth, but at the end of the day, I'm going to use Amy Hunt for an example. She had to go out there and run a personal best to get second in that semifinal. Shericka Jackson just had to be a version of herself. Just a version. She didn't have to be her best self. Not even close. She just had to be a version to win the semifinal. You see what I mean by the gap in talent between her and everybody else? Like, she can be underachieving. And I think that's what 21.99 for Shericka Jackson is. It's a great time for her this season compared to where she was. But I'm sure that everything was designed to crescendo in the World Championship final. I expect her to get faster. So the question is, how much faster? I'm going to say 2 temps. So I'm just going to call it 21.70 something, 21.82, 83, something in that range. So Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is likely going to have to run another PR, if you're asking me, or at least right there near it, if she really wants that gold. And the only question is, who else can go with the pace? Who else? Because I think I could maybe find somebody in that field who could find their way under 22 barely. But I don't really believe that there's anyone who can go 21.8, 21.7. Those are special times where on any given year, there's a small group of women, at least in this era, who can run those times. And then you got to do it in the championship final. If you have the PR to get to the final, it's going to be asking a lot for you to run another big PR once you do get there. But hey, nobody asked me. So with that in mind, we are about to witness the old school and the new school going at it in this championship final. Somebody could shock the world, and trust me, I'll be watching if they do. I will be paying attention. But as far as I can tell, I'm not expecting any surprises. So pick a side. Who you got? Shericka Jackson of Jamaica or Melissa Jefferson-Wooden of America? But either way, they only hand out a gold medal to the winner. The sport of track and field is not just about running fast. It is about doing it over and over and over again. Because whenever you step to the line, your reputation is on the line as well. With the Wake Up, Run Fast, and Repeat shirt, you can make it clear that running faster than the competition is a habit. Get yours at scarecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.